Well, hello and welcome to today's book review. Now, I know I'm running behind on this segment of the channel, and I've got two other books that I plan on getting reviews out here soon and try and get caught up on that and some of the other features of the channel. But I appreciate your patience. And while we're thinking about it, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just click on the subscribe bar. The notification bell will pop up. If you click on it, you'll be notified anytime I add content to the channel. Like these videos, comment on these videos, and I definitely encourage sharing these videos because I can't grow the channel without the help of my loyal viewers such as yourself. So today we're going to be reviewing A Faith Built on Sand, The Foolishness of Popular Religion in a Postmodern Age by Phil Sanders, published in 2011 by the Gospel Advocate Company. It's 173 pages long with 6 pages of notes. Now, the name Phil Sanders may sound familiar to his picture, may even look a little bit familiar. He is the host of the television program In Search of the Lord's Way. It's overseen by the Edmond Church of Christ out of Edmond. Check your local listings for times that it would appear. Usually it's early on Sunday morning, or you can go to searchtv.org or to their YouTube past episodes. It's a very good program. I highly recommend it, especially if you've got friends or relatives who maybe you're trying to share the gospel with. It's usually got some good lessons that'll be practical, and sometimes he does hit some of the hard topics. That way you can discuss the program to hit them between the eyes. Or you can tune into some of my YouTube videos because some of mine will tackle those tough subjects too. He uses the parable that Jesus tells at the end of Matthew chapter 7 of two builders. One builds his house on a solid foundation. The other is building, and he begins a much needed confrontation to many things that are influencing Christianity today, such as cultural, moral, that. What he calls a synthetic Christianity. Now, here's some of the chapters that you're going to find in the book. And these are all considered because they are coming into your church and into your life if they haven't already done so. Now, a lot of times we like to sit back in our pads, if you've got them, and say, well, we don't have that problem or this problem here. Now, so take a good solid look at the chapter book. Now, some of those you may legitimately not have there, but I have a feeling that a big number of these, I'm going to say at least in your church, under the radar, such as the newly defined tolerance, where really in our society, tolerance has been redefined to accept, approve of things, and then bullied by perceptions, and I'm looking at my screen over here, the vanishing of heresy, where we're getting a doctrine of whatever teacher, and what they have to say, well, because one faith is as good as another. And as Christians, we can't do that. And so let me talk about some things in the book that I like and some things that I don't like, because Sanders hits all those things, and I'm pretty much in agreement with the topics. First, let's talk about the things that I like about the book. Now, the book is an easy read. Now, a lot of the books I get are somehow turn out to be easy reads, and that's good. I read this book through in a couple of days. It does have endnotes that I like. He doesn't just say in a certain city, this, the other happened in a church. He tells you where he's getting a lot of his information from. And he does stick to the biblical plan of salvation. Now, that may be kind of a non-starter with some people. But I have seen some of our brethren who want to just push aside the plan of salvation. To the point where some of them I can't even say are members of the Lord's church. Max Lucado is one of them, where he has said at least once that I know of that he'd make a good Baptist, and he has in the sinner's prayer, which is not in the Bible. But Sanders doesn't do that. He sticks to solid, sound doctrine. He's got discussion questions at the end of each chapter. Now, in books that I've written, I also do that. Christian publishers like to have those discussion questions. And if you're going to use a book for a class, it's good to have them, I think, to help you just get discussion going, keep people's train of thought lined up, and it gives you a starting point at least, especially if you get mental blocks and are never sure which way to go or how to use various material. And then he's got good scriptural analysis of the problems, just saying, well, tolerance is a problem and then moving on. He's not saying just in his opinion. He's giving scripture to back it up. He does it, I think, in a way that is not only easy to read, but it's in a way that he's. In fact, I was a couple of months ago. I was at a workshop where he was one of the speakers, and we were at the we were at the 21st Century Christian table booth. We have different publishers. 21st Century Christian is my publisher, and he said that this is the book that he put his heart into, or written previous to this, where he said he put his head into it, but this one has his heart, and you can tell that he really is passionate about the things that he's written. Things that I don't like, and I'll be honest with you, it was hard for me to find some things that I didn't like in this book, but I did find one thing that I'll take a little bit of issue on, and it's your thing. But on page 86, he calls to task people who dress casually for church worship assemblies, tie or coat and tie on Sundays, but I'm not a fanatic about it. There are some Sundays I just quite frankly don't wear one because I just don't want to. But I do put on a nice pair of slacks and a nice shirt, might wear a sport jacket without the tie, because I don't think it's super important to be dressed up when we go to church. Now, we do need to dress appropriately. A business casual, like slacks and a polo shirt, to me is fine. If you're a farmer, a rancher, or you just have a lifestyle where suits and ties don't work for you, you want to wear your blue jeans, hey, I'm good with it. The fact that you're there speaks volumes more to me than being in a suit and tie down at the country club having brunch. I can't teach anybody, can't encourage them, can't do anything if they're down at the country club. At least if you are here in the church building, even if you're in your jeans and a t-shirt, I can still work with you. Now, if you're going to be in front of the audience, leading a prayer, leading singing, or something like that, I do think you need to step up your game. You don't necessarily have to have a shirt and tie on, but at least slacks or a collared shirt. That was the rule I used when we were working in a children's home, was the boys could wear whatever they wanted pretty much, but the shirt had to have a collar on it. And that was to eliminate a lot of t-shirts and things that have slogans and pictures that some might find objectionable, because shirts with collars typically don't have that. So I'll dock him a little bit on that one. It is his opinion. There's nothing in scripture that says how you have to dress. So now when I get done with the book, I give it a rating. As you've watched any of my other reviews, I give it a rating of 0 to 5 based on a unique unit of measure that is relevant to the book. Sometimes you have to read the book to figure out what I'm doing, but this one will be an easy one, and it was pretty obvious. I'm going to give him 4.5 out of 5 sand piles on this one. Now, if you've read the book, I'd like to know what you think about it. Good, bad, indifferent, in between. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to comment on the video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you like it. Share these videos. That's all I have for this video. I'll get the other book reviews up hopefully in the next couple of days. Don't forget to subscribe, and that's it for this video. I'm out of here.